This is the story of a woman whose mind was breaking long before her bank account did, until one doctor's appointment changed everything she thought she knew about stress. What happened inside her brain after years of money worry might explain exactly why you cannot think straight anymore. Before we start, I want to ask you something. Have you ever forgotten something simple because your mind was stuck on money? By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, practical starting point for this problem. The story you're about to hear is illustrative, a composite of what chronic financial stress does to the brain, grounded in real neuroscience, but not a single documented case. I'm telling it this way because it's easier to feel than a list of studies. In a mid-sized city where rent rose faster than paychecks, there lived a 34-year-old woman named Stella. Stella worked as an office administrator for a logistics company. Every morning, she woke up at 6 a.m., and before her feet even touched the floor, her mind was already running numbers. Rent, credit card minimum, her daughter's school fees. Her salary covered the bills barely if nothing went wrong. But something always went wrong. Stella was not lazy. She was not careless with money. She budgeted everything in a notebook she kept by her bed. But no matter how carefully she planned, she lived one unexpected expense away from disaster. And her body knew it, even when she tried to pretend she was fine. She started forgetting things, small things at first. Where she left her keys, whether she had paid a bill twice or not at all. Then bigger things. She walked into meetings and forgot why she was there. She reread the same email 4 times and still could not understand it. Her manager pulled her aside one afternoon. "Stella, you used to be sharp. What is going on?" She wanted to say, "I am drowning and I cannot think because of it." But she just said, "I am tired. I will be better." At night, she lay awake replaying the math in her head. Rent is due in 6 days. If the car needs repairs, I cannot pay both. Her heart would race for no reason at 2 a.m. Some mornings she woke up with her jaw clenched so tight it ached. She told herself this was normal. Everyone worries about money. But Stella did not know that her brain was not just worried. It was being chemically rewired. One Thursday afternoon, Stella stood up too quickly at her desk and the room spun. She gripped the edge of the table as her vision blurred at the corners. A coworker called for help. At the clinic, the doctor checked her blood pressure, her heart rate, ran basic blood work. Nothing life-threatening. But the doctor, a calm older man named Dr. Aldana, sat down across from her with a different kind of seriousness. "Stella, your body is not failing. Your nervous system is exhausted. I want to ask you something personal. Have you been under constant financial stress for a long time?" Stella's eyes filled with tears before she could stop them. "For years," she whispered. "I do the math every single day. I cannot stop." Dr. Aldana nodded slowly, like he had heard this 1,000 times before. "I am going to explain something to you that almost no one explains to people who are struggling. Your forgetfulness, your racing heart, your trouble concentrating, that is not weakness. That is biology. Chronic financial stress changes your brain, not metaphorically, physically." He took out a pen and a piece of paper and drew 2 simple shapes. Here is your amygdala. It is the alarm system in your brain. When you are in real danger, it fires, your body floods with cortisol, and you react fast. That system is supposed to turn off once the danger passes. He drew an arrow to the second shape. Here's your prefrontal cortex. This is where you plan, focus, make decisions, and hold information in your memory. When cortisol stays high for too long, your amygdala gets louder and your prefrontal cortex gets quieter. Your brain literally shifts resources away from thinking clearly and towards staying alert for a threat that never goes away. Stella stared at the drawing. "So the threat is the rent." Exactly. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a tiger chasing you and a bill you cannot pay. It treats both as survival threats. And when that alarm stays on for months or years instead of minutes, 3 things start happening. He wrote them down clearly. 1, your hippocampus, the part of your brain that forms memories, actually shrinks under prolonged high cortisol. That is why you forget things you never used to forget. 2, your prefrontal cortex loses processing power. So decisions that used to be easy now feel exhausting. That is called cognitive load, and financial stress is one of the heaviest loads there is. 3. Your sleep gets shallower because your nervous system will not fully power down. So even when you sleep 8 hours, you wake up tired because your brain spent the night on alert. Stella sat with that for a long moment. So I am not broken. I am just stuck in survival mode. Yes. And survival mode is not a place you can think your way out of with willpower alone. It is a state your nervous system has to be taught to leave. Dr. Aldana looked at her seriously. I cannot fix your bills, Stella, but I can teach you how to lower the alarm enough that your brain gives you back the parts of itself you need to actually solve the bills. That is the part most people never learn. They try to think clearly while their nervous system is on fire, and it does not work. Then teach me, Stella said. Dr. Aldana wrote 3 things on the paper. This is not therapy in the traditional sense. This is nervous system regulation. And for most people, it takes real, sustained practice. Think in terms of weeks and months, not days, to start rewiring the pattern. Rule 1. Twice a day, 5 minutes, slow breathing. In for 4 counts, hold for 4, out for 6. This single habit lowers cortisol measurably over time. Non-negotiable, even on the days you feel too busy, especially on those days. Rule 2. Write your financial fear down on paper every morning, specifically in plain language, not vague dread. The exact number, the exact date it is due. Vague fear keeps the amygdala on alert because it cannot resolve an unclear threat. A specific fear, even a bad one, your brain can actually start planning around. Rule 3. One piece of your financial life, just one, gets a concrete next action every single day. Not solved, just moved one step. Your brain calms down faster from movement than from a perfect plan. Stella wrote it all in a notebook with shaking hands. And if I do this? Everyone's timeline is a little different, so don't hold yourself to a stopwatch. But many people start noticing small shifts within the first few weeks. A thought that doesn't scatter, a night of slightly deeper sleep. Give it real time, and the version of your brain that has been missing starts coming back. Not because your bills disappear, because your nervous system finally gets the signal that it is allowed to stand down long enough to think. The first 2 weeks were hard. Stella's mind rebelled against the stillness of slow breathing. Her thoughts kept sprinting back to numbers. Some mornings she wrote her fear down and her hands trembled at how specific it looked on paper, but she kept going. Somewhere in the 3rd week, something shifted. She caught herself mid-spiral late one night, and instead of spinning for an hour, she breathed through 4 rounds and felt her heart rate actually drop. It was the first time in years she had felt her own nervous system respond to something she did on purpose. As the weeks went on, her manager noticed before Stella said anything. "You seem here again," he said. She realized she had reread an email only once that morning and understood it completely. Later, Stella used her daily 1 next action rule to call her bank about a lower interest consolidation option she had been too overwhelmed to research for 2 years. It did not erase her debt. It bought her breathing room, the kind her brain could finally use. Months later, Stella sat in Dr. Aldana's office again for a follow-up. "How do you feel?" he asked. "Lighter," she said. "Not because the money problem is gone, it is not. But I do not feel like I'm being chased anymore. I feel like I am walking instead of running from something I cannot see." Dr. Aldana smiled. "That is your prefrontal cortex coming back online. That is not a metaphor. That is measurable. You gave your brain enough safety, even artificial safety, to stop diverting all its resources to alarm." Stella still budgets every month. She still feels a flicker of worry when a bill arrives. But she no longer loses afternoons to a racing heart, and she no longer forgets why she walked into a room. My friend, Stella's story is not really about money. It is about what chronic financial stress does to the organ you need most to escape financial stress, your brain. Here's what most people never learn. The exhaustion you feel is not a character flaw. It is cortisol. The forgetfulness is not carelessness. It is a hippocampus working overtime on alarm duty instead of memory. The racing heart at 2 a.m. is not anxiety for no reason. It is your amygdala doing exactly what it evolved to do, just aimed at the wrong kind of danger. This matters because you cannot out-hustle a brain that is stuck in survival mode. You can only calm it down enough to let it work for you again. One honest note before the challenge: if your racing heart, memory changes, or sleep problems are severe, sudden, or not easing up, please also talk to a doctor. Financial stress can absolutely do what we just described, but the same symptoms can sometimes point to something else. And it's worth getting checked rather than assuming. So here's your challenge, the same one Dr. Aldana gave Stella. Step 1. Tonight, before you go to sleep, try 4-4-6 breathing for 5 minutes. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 6. Step 2. Tomorrow morning, write down your specific financial worry in exact numbers, not vague dread. Step 3. Pick one small action on that worry and take it before the day ends, just one. I am not promising this erases your bills. I am telling you what the science actually shows. A regulated nervous system thinks more clearly than a panicked one every single time. Give it real sustained time, and the brain you bring to your situation can be sharper, calmer, and far more capable than the one fighting it today. If this explains something about your own mind, hit that like button right now. Then drop a comment telling me, what is the exact number you have been avoiding writing down? Let us hold each other accountable. Share this with someone who keeps saying their brain feels foggy and does not know why. And subscribe to this channel, because every week I break down the psychology behind the patterns that quietly run our lives. Remember Dr. Aldana's words: you cannot think your way out of survival mode. You have to calm your way out first. That calm begins tonight with one breath. Will you take it?